is a witness who came here in obedience to our subpoena. He did not come here. His testimony is not in bad faith. Look at this witness. Is he acting in bad faith? What he is saying only is that he has to protect the bank, the depositors, and whatever. But what is the response of the Senate? To cite him, to explain why he should not be cited for contempt. Is his action so far contemptuous? Let me ask you. Is his action so far contemptuous? That is the question. Because I don't want to be explaining here and defending that. You know, the moment you speak here and you say something which might favor the respondent, you are pro-Corona. That's the whole problem. But I have to say it because we have at all times to observe the rights enshrined in the Bill of Rights. That in the Bill of Rights, every second of it can be availed of. Whether a person is good or bad, can avail of it. Now, this person is in effect asking that why am I being punished? Have I done anything contemptuous? Oh. Anyway. If you are in a hurry, I give up.
No, Mr. President.
Leader.
Yes, Mr. President, on the contrary, we are not. And as accepted by the proponent or the movement, I think it is clear. So may I call for the previous question, Mr. President, as amended? That the witness explain by tomorrow 12 noon. Give an explanation of why he did not bring the other...
Just an explanation?
Yes.
Is that satisfactory to the proponent of the... Well, the witness is required to submit an explanation why he was not able to bring the records as requested by this, was ordered by this court in the subpoena. This is not a show cause order. The order to you is just to submit an explanation, a written explanation to this court. So ordered.
Oh, yeah. May we ask the witness to appear tomorrow?
Yes. And the witness is ordered to appear in the hearing tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock.
Yes. And may we know from the prosecution if they are through with their direct examination?
No, Your Honor. No, Your Honor.
You're not. Mr. President, because of the lateness of the hour, may we suspend the direct examination and continue tomorrow?
Direct examination
Your Honor,
is suspended.
may we make a motion, Your Honor? And that is to save on time, Your Honor. Just in case the tribunal decides to compel the witness to bring the records, Your Honor, so that we will be able to terminate our direct examination tomorrow, that this witness now be directed to bring with him the subpoenaed documents for the dollar accounts so that we can continue with our direct examination tomorrow,
We
Your Honor.
have already issued the subpoena, and we are asking him to explain why he did not bring the record according to the subpoena. That's the decision of this court.
May I have...
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. With that, Mr. President, may we do just
a minute.
Unless
the gentleman from Pampanga, what's your pleasure?
Yes, Mr. President, just a clarification regarding the documents that will be forwarded, because the subpoena requested for bank documents, particularly ending balance for from 2007 to 2010 of the different accounts that the witness already testified to. My question, Mr. President, is that there are some accounts that were zero all throughout, but it appears like in the middle of the year there were some bank transactions. So my inquiry, Mr. President, is just to complete the picture, should we not access those documents in these accounts, not ending balance December 31, but Perhaps those accounts that were zero, the monthly balances. This is an inquiry, Mr. President. I
Yes.
leave it to the wisdom of the chamber to decide on the matter.
Mr. President, may I just remind the distinguished gentleman that we resolved that during the caucus, and that was decided on already that anything that is not in
Yes, yes.
parallel with the 31st of December of any particular year will not be related to the SAL-N.
Yes, we submit, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Majority
Mr.
Floor
President.
Leader.
Yes, Mr. President, there is a very urgent matter that we have to resolve also. We have a resolution that we would like to read for the record, just the pertinent portions. This is a request of the prosecution to subpoena members of the Supreme Court. And this resolution of the court resolves the request for issuance of subpoena requiring Honorable Martin Villarama Jr., Honorable Maria Lourdes Sereno, Honorable Bienvenido Reyes, and Honorable Presbiterio Velasco, all Associate Justices of the Supreme Court, to appear and testify as well as bring before this court the pertinent records in their possession relative to AM number 11-10-1-SC, letters of Attorney Estelito Mendoza, Flight Attendants Steward Association of the Philippines versus Philippine Airlines. The stated purpose of the subpoena is to require the above-named Associate Justices of the Supreme Court to testify on the participation of Chief Justice Renato Corona in October 4, 2011 Supreme Court and bank session, specifically in the deliberations of the letters.
Is read in toto into the record for the information of the public.
Okay, because of the lateness of the hour, Mr. President, may we do that tomorrow, or would you want us to read the
Right
resolution in total now?
We'll wait until we can finish until 8 o'clock. The chair orders the reading of that resolution.
Yes.
Let the
Maybe questions from you people.
let the clerk of court read the resolution. If
Yes, Mr. President. Before we do that, Mr. President, there is a request by a member of the court to just ask a few questions to the witness, if we will allow. Senator Osmeña wishes to be recognized,
the
Mr.
gentleman
President.
from Cebu may proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to address some clarificatory questions of the witness. Mr. Garcia, the PS Bank is a subsidiary of Metro Bank, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
How many percent of the stocks of PS Bank does Metro Bank own? Or the holding company that Metro Bank uses?
Metro Bank has around 76%.
So Metro Bank is in effect the owner of PS Bank.
Yes,
Now.
Your Honor.
You're under oath. Did you talk with Mr. George T. before you came?
No, I did not.
Did you talk with Mr. Arthur T.?
I did, Your Honor.
You did. Mr. Arthur T. is the new Chief Executive Officer of Metro Bank. Is
Yes,
he
sir.
also the Chairman of the Management Committee of PS Bank?
He is Vice Chairman of the board.
Who's the Chair of the Management or Executive Committee of PS Bank?
The Executive Committee, sir? The Executive Committee actually would be Mr. Arthur T.
Mr.
Arthur T, sir.
Arthur T. That's I asked you earlier if he was Chair of the Executive or Management Committee. All right, so you did confer with Mr. Arthur T.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Arthur T. owns 74% of PS Bank.
Yes, Your Honor.
In effect, when you're talking to Mr. Arthur T., you're talking to 74% of the Board of Directors of PS Bank.
with that aspect,
In a manner of
I'm not the
speaking.
law. In a manner of speaking,
He's the boss.
he's the boss, sir.
He's the boss. All right. So therefore, you're taking the fall for PS Bank and the board of directors. In other words, I'm asking the Senate to consider subpoenaing the board of PS Bank to produce the documents. So now it will not only be you who will be cited or who would be in danger of being cited for contempt of the impeachment court.